What's that? Retirement? I've never been so busy in my life. I always thought when you retire, you're supposed to slow down, go fishing a bit more, play a bit more golf. Well, I'm managing to do a bit of fishing, a little bit of golf, and I'm still doing exhibition work. And I suppose it's because I'm available at weekends. When you think about it, everybody else is playing tournament darts somewhere around the world, and I'm not. So I get phone calls, would you come and play darts for us all evening? And we'll buy you copious quantities of adult beverage and then pay you. And let me think about it for a minute. Yes.
You're clearly still enjoying it as much as ever. I mean, 61 now, and it still means a lot to you, the sport of darts.
It does. I mean, I've always loved the game. I always said when I fall out of love with darts, it's the day I put the darts away. That hasn't dawned as yet. I still get a tremendous buzz out of playing well, and I still beat myself up badly when I don't play well. And I've never met a world champion who didn't have that attitude.
Do you miss the competitive edge of playing at the top level, of playing the top players?
Well, to a certain extent, I still play the top players because I still play Super League around Bristol, and all the boys, Mark Dubridge, Stevie Brown, etc., they're there, and they view my scalp on their totem poles rather a coup. So I have to keep my game in order to make sure they don't get it. So I don't really miss the day-to-day tournament playing because I've kept my competitive edge anyway by battling with these boys on a regular basis.
Do you miss the big ones though? I mean, to be able to go back and play a world championship, to be able to play a Blackpool, a Bolton, a Vegas like you did for so long.
Well, yes, naturally. I mean, that was such a part of my life that to suddenly have that withdrawn, it was a huge void, and I would relish the opportunity of stepping back into the big arena or the big stage. But I think those days are gone, and unless someone wants to give me a wild card, I can't imagine that's coming.
But you still have the ability. Joking apart, I mean, it was 2 World Championship semi-finals not long before you stepped aside from the PDs.
Well, that's right. When I put my mind to it, my game is as strong as it ever was. In fact, in some ways, it's stronger. You gain experience all the time, and what you do with that experience is important. For me, I've stored things away in the memory bank and bring them out when I need to, and it helps in pressure situations. Been there, done that. And you don't tend to press the panic button or even reach for it, whereas younger, less experienced players might just do that.
What would somebody who's coming in? When at Unicorn, there's a lot of young, talented players coming through now, the likes of Paul Nicholson and Joe Cullen. What's the advice to them? From an old soldier, if you like.
Never ever believe your own publicity. Keep learning. Keep your ears open and sometimes your mouth shut. It's very important. Quite often you find youngsters have success and glory thrust upon them, perhaps a little too early for them to deal with, and they become, if you like, one-race wonders, and then you don't see them again, which would be very sad because as you say, we've got some tremendous talent coming through, and if they keep their head out of the clouds and their feet on the ground, they're going to do really well. They've got the best head start, and they're the best dance country in the world. I don't say that flippantly. I think I've been with Unicorn 22 years now, or something approaching that. And, they are the finest in the world. So if you're playing with that kind of start, you've got a great chance. And these boys, if they keep their noses clean, they've got a great future.
Good advice. Bit of a regret about the Legends not coming round again live on telly. I mean, of course, it was a great moment for you winning the inaugural Legends event.
Well, yes, naturally, we were disappointed with the demise of Satanta, which I suppose we could have looked down the track and seen it coming, but they obviously didn't. The game is still going to go ahead this year without television, which is all credit to Bedford for continuing the sponsorship of the event, where they could have quite easily walked away. But they've shown a lot of faith, and they were pleased with what we did for them last year. clearly look forward to next year when hopefully we'll have had a new television contract, and away we go again. I mean, a little greyer, but a little wiser.